Yo, 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 we are live. We are live and live in color. And the reason I'm late is Zach's fault. And that's I'm just gonna leave it right there. I don't wanna like get into detail of how he was holding me up and stuff, but it's his fault, man. Jason, my buddy, what's happening, man? Shannon, what it do? Silverback, Mr. Biggs, what's happening? BMO Biggs, my boy. Mr. Bullshitter, what's happening, brother? Devil Row, Mega, what's up? Dang, that's deep, Mega.
I think you got
Mega
delayed.
came in with a whole nother conversation tonight. Devil Row, what up, kid?
What up, Devil Rope?
Mark
Mega?
Thompson, what's happening, man?
Shannon, what up, y'all?
What is that? D. Lewis?
That's what I think so.
Let me get it right. Who else in here? Moose 47. What up, dog? Been a minute.
Just delayed a little bit. What up, Moose? Howard J?
KLG, what's happening? Howard Jizzle. Ramsey Jizzle. The J's are popping. What's good? What's good? Let everybody get in here tonight, man. We're gonna have some fun like usual. So I know today is the 28th, and my goal was to do the members only giveaway with the Savior case, right?
What up, Mega?
But since I have a special guest tonight coming through,
Big Dre?
we're gonna do this on either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. We're gonna do the members only giveaway. I got it right here. Somebody's gonna take home this real nice Savior guitar case. All you have to do is be a member of the channel. That's it, man. That's all you got to do. And you win. We're going to get this over to you. If y'all don't mind on your way in, please smash the like button. I appreciate y'all. Lameric, what's happening, brother? Coy, my boy, what it do?
What up, Coy?
Ram. Hey, Armel, what's up, bro?
What up, Mike?
Tiger, what's happening, man?
Train in the building.
Mike Sanders, what up? What up? Tactical Don,
What up,
what's
Don?
up, man?
Fam.
Fam in the building. Hey, so I'm trying to get myself back in the mode of the older live streams, and I be feeling like, bro, sometimes, and this is on me. I can't blame nobody for this, but I think sometimes that I take the live streams for granted. Where I kind of get off the mark. I used to have it set up where once a month we would do Rate Your Guns at least.
Mm-hmm.
Once a month we have a prepping live.
Bonds, what up?
Remember we would do it where we would try to we want to meet the community. We trying to bring somebody in we never brought in. All that cool stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to get back to the basics, man. I changed my thumbnail up for the live streams. I'm gonna start bringing guests on again. But I'm gonna be very particular about guests. It ain't gonna be like influencers. It was really heavy on that before. I think now I want to start doing stuff like we doing tonight. Mm-hmm. As y'all see on the thumbnail, we're gonna bring on my man Pedro from Tampa Gunwerx. And I thought it was only fitting to bring him on because over the last, man, what you say, 4 or 5 months at least, it's been a major conversation. We talked about Mega got the Porter, his gun.
Mm-hmm.
Roadblock, Lethal, everybody. We all speaking on having guns ported, comps. It's just a thing now. Mm-hmm. Like that's just like the conversation, customizing stuff, upgrading internals and things like that. And that's probably stemming from so many of us already having so many damn guns, man. You have so many, it's almost like I gotta do something different. I need to, right. I gotta push the envelope a little bit. So I think it was only fitting to bring this guy on. And then I've only heard good things about him. So I said, once I get down to the area, when I get to Florida, this is one of the people that I want to try to touch base with. Mm-hmm. Right. And then I start hearing his name even more afterwards, like Hustle and Rambo J and stuff like that. And since they're my homies and I hear them say, I'm like, all right, let me see what's to him, man. And you guys will be able to judge for yourself tonight. We bring him on though, man. I wouldn't have brought him on if I didn't think, it was worth the time. So, but we'll do that in a little bit. In the meantime, in between time, man, um, rate your guns we're gonna do tonight. First, we're gonna talk to him about Tampa Gunwerx, porting guns, all the cool stuff that goes on down there with him. Then we're gonna get into rate your guns. Now, I shouldn't have to say this ever because we like family. I be feeling like we family, but then when rate your guns come, it seems like a lot of that family stuff go out the window, man. You got to first of all, tonight is not on us. The last few times, me and Zach, we done got beat up pretty bad because we took care of it. Sometimes we bring Armel on and throw him under the bus because he don't care. And then, we haven't been bringing guests on. But tonight we're going to bring a guest on. So whatever he says, it's solely his opinion and his opinion only. I just want to make that clear, man. So don't be mad at me. Like, we be mad at Pedro. Is that cool? Everybody agree on that? Let's be mad at him. And then that way, we cool. We all just act like it didn't happen.
Pedro, look out for the bus, man.
So I've been seeing the emails come in. Try to send one firearm. It makes it easier. Don't send your collection or 4 or 5 guns. Just send in one. It just makes it easy. I'm going to talk to him because we don't really have rules and regulations. It's really a like and a dislike. All right. He's here. It might be. It's funny you say that because it might be. They be like, I was finna send him my damn gun, man. I ain't sending him shit. You know how that'd be going. Adam, what's up? But nah, man, I told him there's no criteria. You get people that'll come on and do rate your guns, and they rating it strictly on cosmetics. Because somebody send you a gun in, and it might have a few scratches, beat up. But it might be the business, though. It might be that gun, and you might not even know what it is. I've seen that happen before.
That's right.
So, Tactical Tina, what's happening? What's happening, man? So, what I was gonna say, if everybody could just smash the like button, we're gonna go ahead, bring my man Pedro on from Tampa Gunwerx. I wanted to wait till we get to around 100 people or so, hopefully. But I don't want to wait because I don't know if everybody be getting the notifications. Matter of fact, let me ask that question before we do anything. Did anybody get notifications tonight, or did everybody just pop in because you know what time the live start? I'm trying to see what the word is.
I got one.
OG Tank, what's happening?
What up, Tank?
I actually got notification. Patrick, what's up, brother? I actually got a notification myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, you got it.
So y'all did get it? Okay.
Hello, Nikolai.
Because sometimes, man, you have to double check that either you got your notifications on, if YouTube ain't turned it off, or
Hello, Nas.
Or however it go, man. Nas, what up? See, I think that's a lot of what happened last week too. Remember, we went live early.
Yeah, nobody got to.
And I think that
B-Mo, what up, man?
B-Mo. Okay, good, man. I'm glad y'all got the notification, man. What's going on, Antonio? Nikolai, what's up? Mike, you know who I'm gonna bring on as a guest too soon.
What up, man?
I'm gonna bring Gamage on here, man.
Oh yeah.
I think he'd be a good guy to talk to. He's a cool brother, man. I'm gonna bring him on here at some point. But we're gonna get this thing going, man.
Loose.
Well, at least the first part of this will be easy because we just talking to him about the business. This will be good because when we get to Rage Your Guns, boy, it's gonna be interesting. Y'all get the emails in a regular gun guy gmail.com. I think I pinned it in the comments. We'll put it back up there. Just send in one photo of whatever your favorite gun is. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm letting Pedro do whatever he do because I'm telling y'all, I really don't be caring. I just want to look at it and be like, that's fire. or that's well, I don't care what it is or who made it or none of that. I just made somebody mad right there.
Right.
Like, how you gonna say that and I got this
It is what it is. I'm telling
you. You know, he be saying all types of stuff, man. Let's get to it though. All right, y'all. Let me bring my man on here. Pedro.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
Good. That was a hell of an introduction for myself and kind of what we do.
Oh man, check it out, bro. Pedro, meet the community. Everybody's not here, obviously, and everybody meet Pedro, man. Tampa Gunwerx. I'm sure y'all been hearing the name floating around a little bit, and
hopefully
quite a bit. And this is the brother behind Tampa Gunwerx. So, man, brother, you know when I do go to I'm in the Tampa area, and I go to you know, I've been visiting stores, just trying to get to know different places.
For sure.
And one thing for certain, brother, you have you're making a good reputation for yourself. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because I've heard so many people recommend you. Like again, anywhere I've been, at least 4 stores in Tampa, and everybody says, "Yo, check out." And even if it ain't like they either talking about you doing the concealed carry competition, or just saying he's a nice guy, or whatever the case is, man. So let me give this quick introduction, then I'm gonna talk to you a little bit. So let me tell y'all what I did. Like I always do. I do my due diligence. I made some calls to see if I can contact this brother. Then I DM'd him. He got back to me. So that was a good thing. And my man Gamage, who I said I'm gonna bring on here at some point. You guys don't know who he is. He's another guy that's kind of, he's in that Tampa area, and so many people always have positive stuff to say about these gentlemen. So he's like, yeah, I know Pedro, man. He's like, he's a good dude. I'll make the introduction. And before Gamage can make the introduction, Pedro hit me up and was like, hey, man, you know, here's my number. Hit me up, you know. And then we got on the phone. Great conversation. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. He's a good guy, man. He's a very nice dude, man. I will give you that, man. I'm gonna give you that compliment tonight.
I appreciate it.
Real nice dude, man. I see how people show love to you. He invited me to a shooting competition. I was able to go out there and watch, man. Introduce me to people, showed me around. He was trying to make me shoot like right away. He's like, "Yeah, bro, no excuses. Bring your shit. We're gonna get you shooting." That's
the whole point. That's why we do it, right?
Like, thank you. That's right. Make them.
Let me ease
into the league. You might as well bring your stuff to shoot. Like,
you know? So, man, Pedro, Tampa Gunwerx. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and what you do.
Yeah. The whole origin story, or just kind of the whole recap?
I guess. You can, however you please, man, just so that people kind of know who you are.
Long story short, then I guess the whole porting thing started because my wife wanted to start shooting, and she always felt guns were a little snappy for her. And I own essentially part of a laser business here in Tampa. So I took it upon myself to see if essentially we could cut, guns with the lasers that we have here, our fiber lasers, and it took me a couple months of like troubleshooting and messing up a whole lot of Glock slides and a whole lot of Glock barrels and a whole lot of Glock frames and everything in between. And, we got it right once. And that kind of opened my eyes in terms of the possibilities of what we can do. And now that went from just like trying to make her enjoy the sport more, essentially, to, hey, this might be an opportunity. No one in the region really does it. There's a couple, big players around the country like Monsoon and other places, but I figured, why not give it a crack and see where it goes. I'm big on, and I appreciate all the kind of words. I'm very big on customer service, but treating everyone as they're not a customer, right? I think a lot of people get treated like a customer because they're paying someone. And can I cuss on here, or is it PG?
No.
Yeah.
I just hope that you cuss right. That's all.
Right.
Okay. Right. Essentially, a lot of people get treated like shit because they're just a customer. and I don't like that experience. At least when I get treated like that, and for others. So, for example, when you message me, and I'm very much about connection and friendship, and not just being, I'm the business, you're the customer, I'm taking your money for a service, and then we never speak again, right? Obviously, that doesn't happen with everybody because I don't have so much bandwidth to connect on so many, occurrences, but I try my best to, hey, you're Tampa, you're doing this, come shoot the league, right? It was a coincidence. It was tomorrow, like the next day, and why not come out, you're new to the area, meet a bunch of the shooters in the area, have a good time, get the itch for competition, because I think it's a really good way to start. And, just establish that kind of connection that's not just a financial thing, right?
Yeah.
And then now, today we're doing probably 60, 70 guns a month, give or take, on a good month. And obviously a blessing. We went from 0 to, I think we're at like almost 1,700 followers in 3.5 months.
Wow.
Which isn't an indication of anything, but it just goes to show the power of, like, in my opinion, being nice to people, having good customer service, and then also obsessing and being very OCD about what we do.
I mean, that is a big thing, man. I think that when you start seeing the growth, you got to be doing something right, man. And then, like I say, people are saying positive things about you. I think I had told you that a couple people in the community, a lot of guys that I respect within this community for sure, have mentioned you as well. So I don't know, man. I just think it's pretty cool. Tell us, do you only do porting, or what do you do in terms of service?
Yeah, so porting is our main focus. That's what I'm probably the most passionate about and obsessed the most. More than probably my wife would like it, because I'm at home sometimes watching Netflix, like thinking about like what could we do and ideas, and just, again, it's just my perfectionist. I like this stuff, right? It's a blessing to be able to touch guns all day long, and get a lot of cool things through here. And so that's our main focus. We also do Cerakote, we do stippling, and we just started doing optic cuts for M&Ps and Glocks. So only RMR footprint, just because most other optics just aren't that great that don't use that footprint. Let's be honest. Or they're just super expensive. I'm just not into that stuff. So I like to put out what we do, or I like to put out what I like, because I would like to think I have a good grasp on things in terms of what people like and what's popular. And I've been fortunate enough to surround myself with shooters in the area that are miles above my level of shooting, like Buck Lawler, Santi. You met Jason Bush, phenomenal guy, incredible shooter. So those are like kind of my how do I phrase it? My indicators of what's good, what's not good. Are the ports good? Are these optics good? Right? Because they're sponsored shooters. They touch a lot of stuff as well, and it gives me a good indication being around them of what sucks and what doesn't. Right? To make it very simple.
For sure.
So that's just kind of the spiel of what Tampa Gunwerx is.
Dope, man. That is dope. And I like the idea that you are a shooter yourself. Like, you get out with guys and you shoot. And I mean, it was some, man. Them guys was some guys that was nice, man.
Yeah, I think I'm honestly, I don't compete with a lot of those dudes, right? They're, again, miles above me, but I think it's important to, prove what you're doing and put it to the test. And in my opinion, competition is one of the best platforms to make sure things work or don't work, right? So it's one of those things where I'm passionate about what we do, and if I'm going to stand behind it, I have to make sure everything runs properly, especially if I'm charging people for it. And like the match on Sunday, I think there's 9 guys in the squad. I think 6 of them had our ported guns. So it's just a testament of, like, if they can run it and it runs, enough said for me.
So let me ask you this, like,
question real quick, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
Pedro,
Sorry?
You cut everything with a laser?
All fiber laser.
Oh shit.
So which sounds like most guys do it via CNC, and that's the most efficient way to do it, if I'm being honest. So there is kind of a bottleneck in that regards of production of the amount we can put out, which has gotten to a point where October we're moving to a new facility with more stuff.
Congrats.
I appreciate it. Again, a blessing, obviously. And people seem to like what we're doing, so that's cool too.
There you go.
But the benefit of a laser is when you do it with a CNC, you have to go back in and deburr the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do it correctly, then the whole barrel's fucked. Right? It affects accuracy. It can affect like shaving of the bullets. You can get shrapnel blowback.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of stuff. With a laser, it essentially, think of it as those sandwich meat cutters that slice layer by layer.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, right? Same concept. It goes in and shaves away micro layer by micro layer all the way until you get essentially the hole in the barrel. So no accuracy affected, no long-term issues, right?
So it's kind of like So it's kind of like if but it finishes it off with none of the extra. You don't got to go back and do anything. Like if I took a laser and cut a piece of skin and it cauterized it and didn't bleed, sort of like that.
Essentially, pretty much, yeah. It gives us the most precise cut with the least amount of effort in theory.
I don't even know what he just said right there, Pedro.
Yeah,
I'm happy you understood it because
I'm pretty sure I got it right.
You did. You got it.
Maurice Evans, Skilly, what's happening? Philly Slow. Anybody else that might have came in? I didn't speak to. Booster, what's happening, brother? C-Man, what up, Snob? What's happening to everybody, man, that's coming into the chat right now? Appreciate y'all pulling up. So what I was going to ask is for people that may be newer to rather be the terminology or the actual service itself.
Yes.
When you start getting into, say, porting a firearm, let's talk about. I got a 2.0, 4-inch barrel, whatever, and I think it's a little snappy.
Sure.
You had to use percentage, and you port that gun. What percentage of recoil do you feel like you reduce approximately?
Yeah. So our mythology, or my mythology, I should say. Let me start off by saying I don't think ports are for everyone, right? I think in some instances, compensators can be more of a benefit than ports. The reason I say that is because, so we have two staccatos that are my guns, or our guns, I should say, but they're also demo guns. The moment you put one slice into that slide, there goes your warranty. So it's something that I think most people don't consider. And when people reach out to me about hey, I want to port a Glock, I don't really say anything because worst case scenario, a Glock slide's what, $300, $250, not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. But someone comes to me, hey, I want to port, we ported in a Masterpiece Arms about 2 weeks ago. That was a $5,500 gun. I triple, quadruple checked, are you sure you want to cut holes into this thing? Because I know we can do it, but if it gets to a point where, hey, I want to go back and, because the other thing is, from a competition perspective, once you poke holes into the gun, now you're shooting open division, so you're competing against checkmates, Apollos, PCCs, the whole gambit of what's available. Okay. And if most of these guns that are staccatos, MPAs, all these 2011 style guns they're all hand fitted, right? So you have to go back to the manufacturer to get it hand fitted, but you don't have warranty. So you're charging you a kidney, a lung, and 2 arms just to hand fit that barrel again. So I don't think it's for everyone. Let me just start by saying that, just for financial purposes, right? I think financial literacy is very important. Our estimations, we've tested probably 25, 30 variations of ammo. It averages out to about 30 to 33% reduction in recoil. Okay. So something like this is my.
Oh, you can't hold
it. Put that down.
Yeah, you can't. You can hold a slide up.
Okay, hold on.
You're gonna get us.
My apologies.
All right.
Instagram, you can do that. YouTube, you can't.
Fair enough. So this is just obviously the slide. So this is a M&P Compact 2.0. It's a 4-inch, and we cut 8 holes into it. And I'm going to show you this way. This might be a little bit cooler for demonstration purposes. Let's see if that'll show. Hold on. Let me get the camera right. There we go.
Okay.
So we cut 8 holes into it. This will give you about 30% reduction in recoil, and it'll eat all the ammo.
That I like that too. So it is true that sometimes if you have a firearm modified, ported, or something like that, it can start to become picky.
Yeah, the issue you can run into is if you put too many holes into it, or if they're too big, or if they're even misplaced, you can run into cycling issues. So essentially, if you think of like suppressed guns, right? If you undergas an AR, it won't cycle. If you overgas it, usually you're fine, right? With pistols, it's the same thing. You need enough kinetic energy to cycle the slide, and if there's too many holes, you lose that on the cycling process, right? So the bullet comes out, all the pressure is lost, and the slide won't cycle what it needs to cycle. Usually, a guide rod will fix it. Like I think Glocks are like 18 pounds, or most polymer guns are 18, 15, something like that. So usually, if you go to a lighter guide rod, like a 13, 12, 11, whatever the case is, it will fix that essentially. But you can, if done incorrectly, to make it simple, you can run into cycling issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So but right now, if somebody wanted to send you something,
yeah.
A, what's the best way to contact you? B, what can they expect in terms of turnaround time on, let's just say, somebody just wanted to get a PDP boarded, for instance?
Yeah. Best way to contact us, you can reach out via Instagram, on our website, just tampagunwerx.com. There's a little inquiry form. Or my phone number, I think, is tied to Instagram, so you can just shoot me a text or a phone call. I usually don't pick up the first time, if I'm being honest, just because I get so many of them.
Yeah.
That sounded kind of arrogant. It wasn't a flex.
It did. I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I usually text people back or call you back as soon as I can. So, turnaround times, we're hovering at about 15 days. I tell people a 20 business day lead time just because life, right? Things come up unexpectedly, and I rather under promise and over deliver than the latter. So if I can get it back to you in 2 weeks when you expect it in 20 days, then we're good. We're finally getting caught up because we were behind for quite some time. Because again, we were doing 1 a week, now we're doing 3 or 4 a day. So that was kind of an acclimation process, right, of learning the business. But nowadays we do about 20 days, right, is what I tell people.
Okay.
Which is faster than 95% of the industry. Probably.
That's good. Now, when it comes to, this is my last question on that. When it comes to like slide cuts, is it only cuts related to the ports, or if somebody just wanted some cosmetic cuts, or could that affect performance?
Yeah, so we do. So like on PDPs, you have those fat channels, and I have one here to grab probably. Or like 2011s, for example, like staccato, or is probably the most common one where they do like the X cuts on the serrations, where you actually punch out a hole in the serrations. We do that as well. We kind of follow a similar aesthetic as a lot of the OEM stuff, because people reach out to us like, hey, can you do the staccato cuts? And it's one of those things where it's just easier to say yes sometimes to certain things. In terms of performance, does it affect it? Not really. You do lighten the slide depending on how much you cut out, but it's a marginal difference, right? Less slide weight cycles faster in theory. So people can change the guide rod to essentially tune the return to zero, right? On how they prefer it, so to speak.
Okay, that's interesting. So there you guys go, man. We so let me think. Give me maybe the 5 most popular guns that you do.
Ooh, 5 most
or 3. Popular. If 5 is too many, give me 3.
No, we can do 5. 2011s in general. Prodigy, staccatos, Apollos, the whole gambit of 2011s, especially with the budget options nowadays. A lot of those guns are really good and quite popular. Glocks are popular. M&Ps are pretty popular. PDPs and what else? Canics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you done? Well, no, that probably wouldn't make sense, right? No, yes, it would. The steel frame.
We have, yeah, we did one actually a week and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
What if I
I
got?
don't. Again, I'm gonna get in trouble. I've had a I don't want to say a bad taste in my mouth, and we'll get to that probably later in the live. But I feel like mechanics end up being a lot of fluff and not a whole lot of performance. Right.
Really?
Listen,
whoa! Hey, so wait. I'm glad you said that now.
Really?
Before I tell you that the guy sitting. Matter of fact, let me move you here because this guy is the self-proclaimed Canic King.
Really?
He is the unofficial.
I respect it. Listen,
he is the unofficial spokesperson for Canic. But wait, Pedro, do not go back on your word. Stay with that. Just stay with that, and just leave it there, man. A lot of fluff. Whatever you said,
I think so.
All I heard was fluff.
Yep. The reason I say that, in my opinion, the biggest letdown of 2024 was a TTI Combat Canic.
Yo, you want to know something? I agree with you, brother.
Thank God. That
100%.
gun, I have a local guy drop one off because we're working on opening up that compensator to make it actually do something.
Hey, Lito, where you at?
I agree with you, bro. It disappointed me to no end.
Pedro, if you go watch my video that I did on the TTI, I said the same thing. I said, I don't know. See, I wouldn't call it a failure. The gun's fine. If you didn't already own, if I didn't already own so many Canics, then I probably would have been like the rival to me in the TTI shot so similar.
The steel frame seemed better to me.
Regular polymer rifle.
Which is absolutely criminal.
Yes. I agree. It was the biggest disappointment. The biggest disappointment for me in terms of my history with Canic is the biggest disappointment to me with that. I was expecting something so much more.
The gun looks amazing, but I would recommend the steel frame over.
Yeah, I mean, aesthetically speaking, it's a rival that's Cerakoted, right? Let's be very honest. But then you're paying the premium for the TTI name on it, and then for the compensator, and then for the challenge coin inside, or like with the not challenge coin, the coin inside. I forget the name.
Yeah. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why I say it's a lot of fluff, because like, give me none of that, but make the gun flat.
Right.
And coming from someone that essentially tries to specialize in flat doing this, like, if they made the compensator the size of the ramjet, I have nothing to say. But if you take off the actual compensator, the hole is this big.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? All the development went into it to give us a little port on the front. Like,
the whole TTI thing was a gimmick.
Yes.
What is your thoughts on? Man, it made me ask another question. What are your thoughts on the ported Prodigy now?
Because it'd be a hot take too. Damn it!
Go ahead, man.
Wait a minute. So I'm just for the record, guys. Everyone knows I have a Prodigy, but I was honestly, when I got the Prodigy, my goal was to try to make it a project gun.
Yep.
I hadn't got around to doing that. In the process, I was moving and all that other stuff. And I spoke to you.
Yep.
I'm giving Pedro my Prodigy, and I'm just gonna let him go to work with it. But that being said, what do you think about this new move with the what is it called? The chump port?
Yeah, So
it's like the Genghis Khan joint.
I think it's very smart of manufacturers to start selling ported guns, right? Because that's, in my opinion, that's where the market's going, or the industry's going, is ported guns, and then hopefully all optic ready guns, right? And if I could go beyond that, all ambi guns, because I'm wrong-handed, and I mean it's a nightmare, right? generally speaking, from a port standpoint, the chunk port at the end doesn't perform as well as something like this.
Okay.
It just doesn't. So I have a ported Prodigy that is a shotgun. It's probably got 20,000 rounds through it. I would put that K9 port package up against anything.
Wait. You wait 1 minute because you said anything.
XCs, Apollos, all that.
No shit. He ain't playing.
Now, hold on.
Okay.
Caveat. Here's a caveat. It won't have as much. So, and this is a hot take too. I think the XCs are so hyped because there's no other gun on the market that has as much finesse as an XC. Right? They're flat, but the finesse built into them, no one can beat that. I'll be honest right now. I've shot Apollos, I've shot MPAs, I've shot we get a lot of guns here. And I've shot a good amount of them. The XC has the most finesse out of every gun, which makes it feel, and it is, extremely flat and smooth. I would put, I have a PDP that has 10 holes in it. I would put that up against anything else.
Wait. A striker fired.
Yes.
PDP.
5-inch PDP. With 10 holes into it, I'd put it up against anything.
Oh, I gotta have him do that, bro.
Okay,
and PDPs
we gotta get to we're gonna get to Rachel
Guns real snappy.
5 minutes here, but let me tell you this.
Oh, I gotta have him do that.
When you think about 2011s,
yep,
most of them, for the most part, shoot fairly flat.
Agreed. Yep.
Right. When you start talking about putting the port packages on them, like if we took guns like a Stealth Arms Platypus, if we took guns like the Apollo, which is not very expensive, 2011, if we took something like a Prodigy, you're telling me that these guns could rival in terms of flat shooting, and accuracy, could rival some of its $5,000-$6,000 counterparts.
100%. I would take a $1,000 Prodigy that I put $1,000 into over a $3,000 Staccato, because the baseline's already there, right?
I like that.
Staccato is a hand-fitted 2011, right? There's no min parts. A Staccato is in my opinion, the bench or baseline for 2011s. At least for the average consumer, right? Everyone's not going out and buying a Sand Viper for $12,000. But a $2,400 C2 is somewhat attainable, I think. In comparison, right? In the whole realm of 2011s.
Right. Yeah, we know a guy that's got a lot of them.
Yeah, we know somebody.
You take a $1,000 Prodigy, you put a EGW ignition kit into it, a red dirt trigger, you tune the guide rod with an 8-pound spring, you put in 10 holes into it, and you put a 507 comp on it. I would put that up against most 2011s, if not all.
This is almost exactly what we're going to do to my Prodigy when I give it to you.
Let's do it.
And I want to be able to talk the same shit you talking right now.
Again, it might be a very very arrogant take on my end, and I'm very aware of that. It won't have as much finesse as an XC. It'll be just as flat, guaranteed.
Okay.
Wait, it won't have as much what?
Finesse. When it cycles, they're hand fitted. It's almost impossible to get that much smoothness out of a not hand fitted 2011, right?
Yeah.
But flatness and felt recoil, different ballgame. But that's just my opinion.
Hey, wait. Fat guy just asked a question that I would ask. I can tell he's from Chicago. He said, "What do you mean when you say put holes in the firearm?"
So
somebody get this fool.
Essentially porting the gun, right? So you're putting holes. I'll try to show you into the barrel. So we cut a window, and then you cut holes in the barrel to help with the gas expansion. So instead of the gun cycling this way, right, back and up like they all cycle, a lot of the gas, as it cycles back, the gas escapes vertically, and it helps not push the muzzle down, but less blowback this way. So you get more of this and less of this.
Okay.
In theory.
Interesting.
Let me ask you a question for the PDP. What do you recommend?
It depends on the size.
The 5-inch,
10 holes.
10 holes. Okay.
I should have brought it with me. It's what I carry every single day, and I didn't carry it today for whatever reason. It is. I can pull up a picture if that helps. It is, and PDPs are like generally snappy in my opinion compared to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But it is pretty gnarly.
I can't believe you just said gnarly, but I'm gonna take it.
Hey, listen,
that do look dope though.
Which package is that?
What package? So it's not on the website yet. It's almost ready to be like offered, because when you put in 10 ports into a gun, that's a lot of holes.
Mm-hmm.
You lose a lot of gas. You're losing like 11-12% velocity, which is significant in my opinion. But my whole methodology is I want as much reduction in recoil with whatever trade-off, except for reliability. It's reliable and it's flat. I could care about less about anything else.
You got to change any springs out or anything?
Damn it, man. See, this is we're gonna do another live where we just really talk about this stuff because now when you said something earlier when you say I put this against anything, because I think there's people that would argue the ability to get a striker fire to shoot as flat as a hammer fire.
They would be wrong, respectfully.
I
mean,
I love it.
New York City, what up?
What up, Rodney?
Listen, 2011s are 2011s, right? You have aluminum frames. A lot of times you have aluminum grips, and the way they just mechanically cycle, it's hard to beat. It's very obvious. But if you take a 4 1/4 Prodigy and you put it up against a Glock 34, same flatness, in my opinion. And those are big guns.
Mm-hmm.
The advantage of 2011s, generally speaking, is it's the weight, right?
Right.
Nothing else but weight makes the biggest difference. That's why most race guns are steel frames, steel grips, and they're 5 inches because you want all the weight possible. The steel frame Canic, why does it shoot flatter than the TTI? That's ported because of the weight.
Right.
So staccatos are hand fitted baseline for 2011s.
I think so.
Then you start getting into, like the Atlases, the holy grails of 2011s.
For sure.
We start talking performance and price difference. Is there really that much of a difference?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I think so. It's hard to explain until you shot one.
I felt the difference.
Oh, no, for sure. But I'm saying, like, generally speaking, people are like, oh, well, why? How can you justify a $6,000 gun? When you shoot an Atlas, you're like, oh, okay, this is why people pay you for it.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, staccatos are the baseline, but they're not the most refined, right? That's why the XC is so popular. It's because it's just the finesse that they build into it. No one else has been able to do, in my opinion. You can go from like an XC to the Pit Viper to Apollos. Once you get up into that upper echelon of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and plus $1,000 guns, again, it's hard to explain, but they just feel significantly more premium and solid than everything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it more fit and finish?
I think so. I think that plays a factor. Yeah, I think so. I think it is. That's one of the things, but it's also like the amount of staccatos you can buy or how many they produce compared to like an Apollo. I think is less. Right. I think Apollo's. I'm sorry, not Apollo's. Atlas makes way less guns than staccato from a production standpoint. So the longer something takes, in theory, it should be a better product, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Not always the case, but arguably that's what people say. So I think there's a big difference. And once you get into that higher price point, you get more options. So a lot of those guns, they ship with aluminum or steel grips. They ship with magwells. They ship with aftermarket internals. Some of them have island comps like the XC, like the Sand Vipers. Some of them, honestly, are just hype. Like the Pit Viper, great gun, not worth $10,000 or $8,000 or whatever they're charging for it. I would buy two Atlases over a Pit Viper 10 times out of 10.
Okay.
But for perspective, you can get two XCs for the price of one Pit Viper or Sand Viper, whatever they're called. That's a lot of gun if you're thinking about it.
It is a lot.
I'm
not the one to be like.
I said that the Pit Viper and the Sand Viper, those guns, I felt like they were a little overrated.
For sure.
And then I got cursed out and beat up.
Pedro, man, these we have some deep conversations.
That's okay. That's okay. Pedro, listen. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. That was great, man. We're gonna get to rate your guns. We're gonna bring this. This is it. We bring a gun up on the screen. People send emails in. We bring it up. Will you rate it fire or water?
Oh, this should be fun.
Yeah. Let's go.
Charles Henry, what's up, man? Anybody that's in the chat, I didn't get a chance.
Let me preface real quick by saying that I think if you whatever gun you carry or train with is good enough. Okay. But there are wrong decisions. Let's just start that.
All right, and listen, this is not personal. This is all in fun. If y'all don't mind, could y'all smash the like button now before somebody gets and then decide they don't want to smash the like button? Oh, Big Dog, what's happening, man?
Yeah, let's get it
in. No, this is good, man. We're gonna listen, let's do this again in about a week or two, where we just have a conversation about just good gun stuff, man.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna get started. Oh man.
KD, what up, man?
KD, what happening, brother? Shout out to my man Kevin Dixie out there, man, doing big things. I be trying to get him to give me the blueprint, man. I just like, bro, just not the whole thing. Just give me the left side of it. I'll navigate my way through the rest. It's my dog right there. So look, I got this is my homie 2A in LA. Zach, I can't believe you got your shirt before me. Zach always sneaking out doing some stuff.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, man, I'm mad. I love that shirt though, man. But look, so check it out. This is my guy, 2A in LA, on all social platforms. We all call him Fam because that's my homie, so we call him Fam, you know. And but to me, he's like the ultimate 2011 dude.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, when we want to try out different 2011s or we want to learn about them, 9 out of 10 times he's going to have it, and he's extremely passionate about 2011s. And but on the flip side, he's a good guy, real good guy, man. So with that being said, he sent the gun in first, so we're gonna show that. I don't know, I almost forgot how to present the screen, but I always like to give him a hard time. We fuss a lot about this stuff. All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Pedro, there it is, man. The Venom Custom looks really, really amazing.
Beautiful gun.
I don't know what a gun like this costs. I'm gonna guess we up above this $5K.
Easy.
Yeah.
On this.
Easy.
Yeah. We don't. We usually try not to even rate his gun because he's gonna send in these dope 2011s, and it's like they all gonna be fight. You get one of them water, then you're really gonna have to fight. Now, with that being said, you look at something like that, and I'm sure that's a pretty flat shooter. You telling me?
Yes.
That's all I needed to hear. That's it.
Oh yeah, so yeah. That's...
I'll say less.
Right.
I need to hear nothing else. Here go more.
That's the Hayes.
Hayes Customs.
Yep.
That's nasty. I just like the optic on top of that RMR HD.
I don't like that optic.
You like that?
I like it. But let me. I'm gonna ask you again. This is a very expensive gun, Pedro. In case you didn't know.
I'm aware.
You see them big ass ports on the top? That's the flat shooter. Are you telling me that my Prodigy?
Yes, will be just as
That's
flat.
all I need to hear. I don't say
Pedro, so the PDP with the 10 ports will shoot just as flat as that.
Yeah. What I'll do? Let me do this. Shoot me a message on Instagram.
I'm going to
Friday. We're doing a content day for this. I'll send you a slow mo from a Prodigy. Not even a Prodigy. I'll send you a slow mo from a Atlas next to the PDP, and we'll see.
Oh,
listen,
that's it. That's fine.
My perspective could be wrong, but I've also had other competition shooters shoot those guns, and I've got the same feedback.
Okay.
And those guns are 6 times less money. More than that. Hold on. Like 8 times less money. Right? A PDP is what? $600 used?
Yeah.
Roughly.
Oh man. Hey, fam got some crazy guns though, man.
Yeah, he does. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. Whatever it is.
Right now.
SBC. I don't know what that is, man.
Yeah, no idea.
I like it though.
Hell of a gun. Looks great.
Yeah.
I don't even like FDE that much, but that looks really good.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So my good homie, his name is, we call him Roadblocks, name Rob. He's sending you a firearm out on Friday. PDP.
Let's do it.
That's a B&T, man.
Okay.
I got a strike box. and I still stand by it.
Yeah.
But either way,
are great, man. You can get it for like $700 probably.
I don't know. I wish, but I still love my strike box, man. So now we're gonna get into real stuff. But that was a treat for us in the squad. So this next one is from Patrick. Fire or water? We got the big 50.
Fire for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat a Barrett, right?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Like,
I like his backyard, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I just like the backyard.
Yeah, that backyard is more fire than that gun, I'll be honest.
But the big 50, Pedro, for the official rating, fire or water?
Fire.
Fire.
Just because I grew up playing Call of Duty, and that gun was a staple in Call of Duty, so
Yep.
anything else is a wrong answer.
Hush, Tina. She out there tripping. All right, we got fire on the first one. Patrick got some heat, though.
Mm-hmm.
That dude got some real stuff.
That's a dream right there. Oh, that little piece of land like that, and have a 50 BMG in the closet somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Now we talking about fire 2011s, a double stack 1911s. Let's go.
Oh, here we go.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Those are you can find them for like $657.
Mm-hmm.
Or my only oh man.
Well, first of all, fire or water before you give us an explanation.
Water.
Damn.
I mean,
all right.
it's just plain.
Now that we got water on it,
just plain.
Tell me something. Tell me what you're about to say.
I love. So let me. There's a couple things. Being a budget option, I love that. Being a 2011 or double stack 1911, love that. But the fact that they come with the K footprint, the little optic, drives me up the wall. Like, why would you give me a full size gun and put a 507K on it?
Bro, who been saying that forever?
Yeah,
you've been saying that.
I give you that.
I hate that.
I don't understand it, and that's why I wouldn't buy one, because I want to have a full size gun with an optic that's half an inch wide.
That's why I bought the Mac 9 which is made by Tiffany's because it had an RMR print on it. I don't like the little small RMS seats. They don't make it makes no sense.
Let me ask you this: Can these guns be set up by changing the internals, porting them?
Hey, burning girl.
Can they be?
They run great. They're great guns.
Hmm.
If I can't put I want as much glass as humanly possible on top of the gun, and if I can't fit, in my opinion, the 507 Comp is the best optic on the market.
Wow.
For a price point to feature to quality to window size, right? You get I paid $300 for this here in Tampa. If I can't put a full size optic on a full size gun, I just won't buy the gun. It seems counterintuitive. My Glock 48 at home has an SRO on it.
Makes sense.
But I can't put an SRO on a full size 2011. It makes no sense.
I totally agree with you, man.
All right, here go the next one. The new M&P comp with the Surefire, the SCS on it.
I hate that optic so much.
I don't like that optic either, though. I'm not a big fan.
Beautiful, especially the metal version. Phenomenal looking gun and shooting gun.
Mm-hmm.
The SCS is a highway robbery for the price point that you pay for them.
Wow.
Damn, Sid. So,
I mean,
fire or water on the gun?
I'll give it fire.
Okay.
Fire for sure. Yeah.
The gun look nice.
Yeah. And just
That
again,
look nice.
The optic, for less money, you can get a better optic. In my personal opinion.
Hold on. Okay. I was trying to see what this was. Here we go. Here go another one. This looked like a PSA something.
5.7?
Yeah, Rock 5.7.
Yep, 5.7.
Yes, clean.
What's your thoughts? Fire or water?
That's water. That is a bucket of hot water.
Even with the mod light, bro, it's
the mod light's more expensive than the gun.
Yeah, it's plain.
What kind of optic is that? Is that Amazon Prime special?
Look like it got the shape of like a writing. Look like it might be a writing optic.
Yeah, or those
that is what it is.
Again, I'm not trying to bash anyone's financial situation, and that's the case here. But
you just bashed him though.
I mean, if you can afford a mod light, you can afford a better optic.
Damn.
Who gun is that?
Shout out to Lito, man.
Damn, Lito, and I got your CZ coming today. Or came. That's all right. This is awkward.
Lito got a mod light on the Rock 5.7 with the right. Hey, listen.
I would think he knows better.
He got the bug pretty bad right now. He just buy guns like crazy right now.
I mean, it feels like I don't know.
We're gonna move on from that water. I mean, from that gun.
Oh, is that a Mark 18?
I don't know. It looks like Geisley something. I don't know.
It's a Geisley. That's fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The scope, the optic is questionable because it's a small pistol, right? But
why so big?
I like it. Yeah, it seems like I like it regardless. But
what should he have put on there? Like an EOTech or something?
I mean, there's a lot of options out there. I don't think an LPVO for a 10-inch 5.56 makes a whole lot of sense because it looks to be small. I would have gone with the EOTech or like Haussmann makes good stuff. The Romeos are pretty good. Vortex makes some pretty good stuff. A lot of options out there, but I would have gone with a
Charles Henry, Arsenal, Joval,
like a T1, a T2, a Trijicon, something low powered with maybe a magnifier if they want some kind of magnification.
Okay.
Devin, what up? What's going on, everybody? So we giving this fire though?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm trying to keep it moving. This will be an interesting one. Canic. Steel frame looks like. Nope, that's not. That's a Matei.
That's the blue color joint.
That's a Matei with a basic. What's that? Hollow Sun.
Just for the theory that we put 4 pictures ago, water. Because you got a full size gun with a little optic on it. When you can put a full size optic on it. Right, like you have the option to put an SRO, a 507C.
Well, not if that's a Matei. If that's a Matei, you got to get a special plate for it. You can only put the RMSC joints on this.
I mean, he has a plate on the K.
That's what. But I don't know what plate. If it's the plate that comes with the gun, it only fits the small optics.
Which is worse because it came from factory that way. Which is the
Right.
same.
That sounds like a Canic issue.
It is a Canic issue.
It is. It's a lot of people's issue, unfortunately.
Oh, then he's sending this XD. I'm letting you rate those. Your night.
Ah, that's it. Who's sitting in the XD?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's sitting in the XD?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's just plain.
Are RXCs actually that good in the grand scheme of things? Out of all think of the price point of where you buy an XD. Everything else in that pool, right? A lot of better options out there, in my opinion.
So this is water, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
That I can get down with.
You know how I feel about that gun.
I like the Echelon. I'm a fan.
You don't like it? You don't like it, Zach?
No, I do like the Echelon.
I shot it the first day it came out. I wasn't impressed.
I like it. I love mine.
You know what's funny? I don't disagree with you. I don't think it shoots all that great, but it's not the worst gun in the world.
It's not. Then it was too light when I picked it up too. I'm like, what is this? I didn't.
It kind of feels cheap.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, he got it.
Familiar? Hey, is it Rambo?
No, I don't know who Echelon this is though. Who the hell sent me this? Let me go back and look at
that. Looks like the one that we ported. I could be wrong, obviously. The people that port all the time, but looks familiar. Yeah, for the size being a 17, it doesn't shoot like a 17. Like in comparison. But the neat part is the optic mounting system that they use, like the universal, whatever they call it.
I appreciated the innovation and they did all that, but I was expecting something. When I went to shoot it, I said, okay, let's see. And when I shot it, I was just
did do that Echelon though, because it said in the email, thanks to Tampa Gunwerx reporting my Echelon.
That's funny. I know it looked familiar. Like, oh, it's kind of like what we do. That's funny.
All right. Here we go.
Ooh.
Well, damn.
See, that makes me feel a certain type of way. That's
who's that showing off? Somebody showing off.
Yeah, that's a little bit rude, but
yeah, they're showing off.
That's my type of sauce right there.
That's nice.
That is fire.
Yeah.
That was easy fire right there. If y'all don't mind, please smash the like button. How many likes we got, Zach?
Hold on. Let me go refresh the page real quick.
That was mean right there.
That's just an unnecessary flex.
Yeah, that happens.
I think that was unnecessary.
79, bro.
Oh no, man. We got too many people in here. Can we please take 1 second out, guys, and say a prayer and get the likes up? If we get it to 100 likes, we are 79 with 110 people in here. 180. So if we can get the likes up a little bit, and then we'll get the guns back rolling. So, do you get a lot of echelons? Yeah, I still ain't watching. Man, he ain't gonna be mad at me, but I ain't got a chance to watch the video yet, so I don't really know what he said, but I know you did the guns one. Now, is he happy with that? Is it shooting a lot flatter?
So we've done a couple at this point. We get a lot of comparisons of like, well, if you port an echelon and you put a ramjet on a 19, same size, right? In our opinion, or my opinion, it's flatter than a ramjet 19.
Really?
which is pretty flat.
Get out of here.
Really?
But the thing is, the echelons don't shoot that great. Now you put GHG's 17 that we ported up against that Ramjet 19, it blows out of the water.
Okay.
Just because Glock 17 shoots better than an echelon. I think most people's opinion. Unless you're in denial, then that's not my fault.
So when you say the echelon doesn't shoot that well, I like my echelon. Actually, so I have like these, I call them workhorse guns, and PDP is one because PDP is one of my favorite guns.
Same.
Echelon is another one. I mean, I did a comparison with those two guns, and to me, they are very fucking fly, man. My bad. They're very comparable.
Yeah.
To me.
So
PDP triggers better.
Yeah, I think the PDP has the best polymer trigger out of any polymer gun, maybe ever. That dynamic performance trigger is unreal. I mean, even I run the Overwatch precision trigger because the dynamic performance trigger is like impossible to find, and I'm not paying eBay prices for a trigger. Just as good in my opinion, but people disagree. The PDP is my favorite polymer gun. I shoot it the best. It has the best ergonomics, has the best trigger. People complain it's a little bit snappy, which I don't disagree. It is a little bit top heavy, so you get a little bit more oomph, right? And felt recoil. The echelon, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the ergonomics or the bottom feels too light. So you get a lot of top momentum on it. I think so. Icarus is coming out with a frame tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, on Friday, which is an aluminum lower. I think an echelon with an aluminum lower could be something serious.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but as it sits like a polymer frame, I don't think they're that great. Great gun. They just don't shoot how you would expect it to shoot.
Interesting. We 8 likes away. If you didn't get a chance to smash the like button, please do that for me, man. We got too many people in here that didn't get around to it. I'd like to get over 100. That'd be great. We can keep the party going. We're getting a lot of emails. I want to get through them.
But I think to circle back, I think if you pour anything, it transforms any gun.
All right, I see the likes moving. We 3 short. I'm gonna keep going. I trust that we'll get the other 3. If you didn't get a chance to smash the like button, do that for me. Let's see what we got here. Oh, M&P competitor.
Overwatch, right?
I got quiet. You thinking of something?
Yeah, he got real quiet. I mean,
so fire. Let me start there. I think M&P had a missed opportunity with that gun.
What you mean?
Like the slide configuration where there's 2 channels that come down the sides. One, they're a pain in the ass to port. So what we do is we chop out that top window, make it a big window, and then port that. It's a lot of length for not a lot of performance from what you're getting.
Because actually, I like that gun. I got it based off a recommendation from my buddy Bill, and I got it for my birthday, one of my 50 birthday presents, and I got it. and I like the gun. I just got to set up the regular way. I think it shoots pretty. I think it shoots really good.
Yeah,
I got an Apex trigger in mine. I don't have an Overwatch trigger.
Yeah, they shoot great.
Well,
I don't know.
You said fire, okay.
Yeah, I think my perspective on a lot of things is like miss opportunities with a lot of manufacturers, and like again going back to like the whole like K footprint on full size guns. That's the way I look at a lot of things nowadays.
Okay, here we go. What are these? That a dagger?
What are
That's a dagger.
that?
That looks like that Duria 9. Rock Island imports that joint. That's what it looked like. That's exactly what it is.
That is exactly. Yeah. Is that a Canik?
No, that's a that Duria.
Dagger on the bottom, right?
It's a dagger on the bottom. That's that Duria 9. It's a Turkish company.
Yeah. I'm gonna go water on this one.
Yeah, they just look plain.
And
Double water.
I love the innovation from PSA. I just wish they were a little bit more refined.
Well, it's the economy. Every man get you a 9 gun.
I think Taurus makes better guns than those PSAs
Really?
for the same money.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I say. Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm not a huge like Glock guy or like.
Have you ever ported a Taurus?
Yeah, we put a G2C like a week and a half ago.
Really?
It was the most atrocious thing,
I don't know why
but
I'm laughing, but
yeah,
I
want to see who got that flat
did it
shoe
run good?
G2C running around here.
yeah, it ran fine. Yeah.
Okay. Give me an
The
idea.
issue you run into is like the ports are almost the price of the gun, so that like economic difference is weird.
Right.
But hey, listen, if you want to port it, we'll port it. Yeah.
Here we go.
That's a pretty good.
That's a pretty gun. I
Is it?
had the exact same thought.
Is it ported? Or just
I don't
got
think
catch and slide?
I
That's a
think it's
mega
just like-
gun. He got a deal on that gun too. Remember?
That's pretty. Yeah, I remember. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
That's pretty. I'm not a blue guy,
Fire.
but fire.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like me a good SIG.
That just look nice.
I mean, they shoot themselves, so like makes the whole shooting process easy, you know.
So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this before I go to the next gun.
Mhm.
For the average everyday consumer,
Yes.
right? Who's probably never gonna buy a $3,500, $4,000 or up gun.
Yep.
What is there something that would mother this fly?
Welcome to Florida.
Is there something that you would recommend? Say they want to get into flat shooting, double stack, 1911. Is a Prodigy a way to go? Can a person get something super quality, flat shooting, and reliable within an affordable price range, under a couple grand?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it depends on what people's definition of flatness is, right? I think there's certain perspectives out there that are that can be a little misconstrued, in my personal opinion. If you're talking 2011s, a Prodigy will be more than fine, right? I think for a budget, right? $1,000 is expensive in my opinion for a lot of people, but a budget 2011, I think is the best option on the market. From the T-Sauces to the Max to the obviously the Prodigies, the Apollo 11s, a lot of options out there nowadays. I think out of all of them, the Prodigy is still the way to go, in my opinion.
Okay.
And those will shoot pretty flat to begin with, right? They're 4 1/4. They're heavy as hell, and they shoot great. If you're looking at polymer guns or striker fired, from a flatness perspective, without any modifications, I think M&Ps are the way to go.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a PDP guy. I love me a PDP, but M&Ps they're hard to beat from a stock.
M&Ps are actually pretty flat stock.
Yeah, super flat.
Even in bigger
competitor,
45 and
but that competitor or now the comp that's modified, I guess technically, but a 4-inch metal, 4.5 inch or 4 1/4 inch metal, whatever they are, hard to beat for $800 or $900, whatever they are.
So KD says, ask Tampa Gunwerx, can he make a VP9L run as flat as the PDP you keep referencing?
How big are those VP9Ls? Like 5 inches? If they are, 100%. Anything 5 inches with 10 holes in it, 10 ports, will be unbelievably flat.
Mm.
I mean, you have 10 ports in a gun. Like, it's a lot of ports. And with 5 inches, you have enough velocity to lose what you're losing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the VP9L is what, 5 inches?
It's a big gun. Sounds right. I can look it up, but it sounds.
That's the website right there. I got.
Fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that 10-port thing to the test.
Are you where are you located?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Let me shoot my match on Sunday. I'll ship you my upper.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a polymer 5-inch.
That's fine. That's what I got. I got a.
It won't fit on the steel frame because the whole the mechanism is different on the steel frame. So
yeah, I got a 5-inch polymer PDP.
I'll ship it to you.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do some content on it.
Yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
All right.
All right, that's it. Oh, okay. This will get interesting.
Can I ask a question before we move on real quick? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead. I'll take this down.
We're obviously in the gun space, and everyone has their preference, recommendations. If someone's just starting to shoot or has some basic fundamentals, right? And they come up to you and be like, "Hey, I want to get a carry gun, or I'm trying to buy a new gun, or my first gun. What do you recommend? Or what is your go-to of like, I like this. This is probably a good idea."
Well, if we've already skipped past telling them to go to a range and try out different stuff, because I never tried to recommend
yes. Assuming they went through the process of like finding out what they like and grip angle and testing, and because I think grip angle is underrated in the whole finding what you like. But that's a different conversation. What would you be like? Oh, this could be a good option.
I think 2.0s.
Yep.
I'm not against maybe a 365 XL. That's pretty much, or even depending on who it is. Like, but if it's like a guy, something maybe a 19 or 17.
Yeah, I'm sort of in the same ballpark with him. But see, I'm a mechanic guy, so I will recommend a mechanic because I carry one. I've been carrying one now for I don't know how long. So more than one.
But those are mine. So what do you think?
I think comfort is undervalued. So I think a PDP-F is, in my opinion, the most comfortable gun on the market.
PDP-F, and I didn't even mention it, and I carry one sometimes.
In terms of just ergonomically and the texture and the way it just kind of sits in your hand, I think it's hard to beat. But also, a 2.0 is also really hard to beat.
Well, it's funny because the ergonomics on the PDP, and people have been saying this forever, the PDP and then the Mechanic, they say they base those guns off of those. And
they feel completely different.
I mean, they do, but to me, the ergonomics on them both feel fine. Like I didn't like the PDP, and then I had to actually start shooting, and then I got to like the PDP.
Yeah, but I was the same way.
Yeah, I didn't like it at first. I mean, I talked bad about it at first. Let me just be. I talked bad.
Yeah. I was gonna let you sugarcoat, but yeah, he was hating on the PDP bad. Yeah, because I feel like constant ports are subjective depending on use. Competition, absolutely. Home, self-defense, relative.
I would disagree.
Okay.
Competition. I would even argue it's the other way around.
Really?
Shooting open division competition, you're racing against, in theory, the fastest of the fast, right? 5-inch checkmates with comps that are this goddamn big.
Mm-hmm.
PCCs are running against 6-inch 2011s, which is absurd. And for home defense, high stress, you're caught by surprise. A lot more adrenaline in a home defense situation. So the flatter and easier my gun is to shoot, I'll take as many holes as I can get in it.
Well, what about the
trigger weight?
The flash.
Yeah, the flash. That's for home defense. What about the flash?
It's what's the word I want to use here? I'm trying to be very delicate. It's the fear mongering of the. It's the fear mongering of the 2A industry.
Okay.
We've tested at night. We've tested it with night vision. We've tested in multiple like environments, I guess is the word I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Negligible.
Okay.
Because in theory, listen, from my eyes, the way I see it, in a home defense situation, you're PIDing, right? So you either have a handheld or a weapon-mounted light.
Mm-hmm.
And that itself, your eyes are adjusting to that. So any flash beyond that, you're not noticing a flash on the gun. Because you're not going to.
What's up, G Money?
If someone walks into your house, you're not slamming all the lights on. I wouldn't think so, at least. Like walking through the house trying to light up the house. I mean, I don't know, but.
Team Blacksmith, what it do, big dog? Team Blacksmith is another guy who's got an absolutely amazing gun collection, man. Two of the dopest gun collections I've seen in a while between Team Blacksmith and 2A and Ellis.
That's the question I ask you, Pedro, because BTG said earlier, he said, why not 5 large ports instead of 10 ports?
It's more gradual.
Okay.
So personally, I like a softer return to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 10 holes that are the same, right? As it expands, it's a gradual process, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opposed to 5 big holes, you get less of that. You get more snap and less of a gradual return.
I got you.
Right? That's why chunk ports, I think, don't perform as well.
Okay. What do you think? The chunk ports are they? Is that something is that more gimmick than performance? On the Prodigy,
it depends on what your perspective is, right? From a stock Prodigy to the new comp Prodigy, huge difference, right? Because you get it's a ported gun, so it's already going to be flat. Now you go from a chunk port to inline ports, it's a step above that even, right? So like shooting a chunk port compared to our Deca ports, like the 10 holes, it feels like you're cheating.
Okay.
Will a gun run if it's comped and ported?
Yes, we've done tons of like Parker Mountain Machine comped guns where we put six holes in it, 8 holes in it, and it runs just fine. Because with the comp, you're not losing velocity, right?
So you could port a TTI?
Yeah, we're doing one now. Well, not now, but it's here to get done. We're going to open up the comp on the TTI and then port the little window on top.
Oh.
Because with the comp, you don't lose velocity. You're not losing any performance. So you can afford to port it, lose the FPS, and then still utilize the comp at the end.
Interesting. Do ports belong on a carry EDC?
Yes.
Simple answer.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, I say yes. Sorry, just to reiterate on that. I say yes because on an EDC, you're 9 times out of 10, you're behind the curve, right? You're getting surprised somewhere, needing to defend yourself. And why not make your gun the easiest possible to shoot?
Okay.
That's all it does, right? It helps with follow-up shots. It helps with accuracy if you have good fundamentals. And it makes things easier to shoot, right? My wife shoots our ported Prodigy like it's nothing because it's just easy. So I think so.
That's crazy, man. Jay West, what's up, man?
What's up, Jay?
That's crazy, bro. Man, well, let's move on with this. This is good. This is informative.
Yep.
And good. So let's go. What we got here? Oh, we got some Bull Armory stuff going on.
I like those guns.
I haven't shot one or touched one. They look a little funky, but I think they're fire. Aren't they modular? Or am I wrong?
I'm not sure if they're modular. I don't think so.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but
he got some twins here though.
I've heard good things about them.
Because they got the one that they have. They offer the comp one too. It's got ported. It's got I think it's got 8. I think it's got 8 in it, 7 or 8.
That sounds right. I've only heard good things about them, so I don't have really much to say. I haven't touched one. Or
Fire or
one
water based on cosmetics?
Ooh, cosmetically, I think it's water.
Damn. All right.
The texture looks funky to me. I don't know what it is.
Nothing like an honest guy.
Hey, listen, different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Facts. All right. This is good, man. This photography is too good.
Uh-oh.
I almost feel like that's Google.
I think I know what gun that is. It looks familiar.
Springfield Saint Victor.
I think it's fire.
I love it. Good. It's clean. It's not overdone.
Mm-hmm.
I love shorty builds, like pistol builds.
You got a rubber band on the back. Yeah, you get fired.
Ramsey J said that's Google.
That's funny.
Whose is that, bro?
That's
someone said that's Google.
I don't know who gun that is.
That's funny.
I like it though. You got the rubber band on. You get fired for me.
Ooh.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah, what is that?
The 19.
The Shogun.
Yeah, just because I know who does them, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
looks
love
nice.
in the slide and all of that.
Yeah, that looks nice.
I think they do some of the best stippling on the market.
Who does it?
No.
Never mind.
Oh, all right.
We don't want to get no free commercials. But
Tampa Gunwerx in that one. That's all me.
I like it though. That is fine.
Yeah, that's good.
It's Howard J. gun.
Shogun. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah, definitely an acquired taste because there's a lot going on, but looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see guns like that, right?
Yep.
Now this is a good question. This will be something we'll talk about in another live by itself. But when you see firearms like that, that's done up like that, now we all think they fight. They look amazing.
Yep.
But these are these mostly range toys, just stuff because we are enthusiasts and we just set our guns up. Because who's gonna set a gun up that pretty and necessarily carry it?
That's a very tough question to answer.
Mm.
Because I think it just varies. Like I personally, I'm not super into a lot of flashy stuff. Like all the shotguns are just black guns. Just whatever they come from the factory, that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we do custom stuff. Personally, I to me everything's a tool. So if it gets banged up, scratched, like dented, I could care less. But there are dudes that have a lot of money to spend, and they'll spend the money and then carry the gun. I mean, if you think about it, some guys carry XCs, and those are probably worth more than that custom lock. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to answer because it's different strokes for different folks, right? Some guys can't carry that flashy stuff.
This man, you a brother from another mother. Because this is stuff I've been talking. I feel the same way. Bro, when did I get my first gun?
He said that's his carry gun.
That's his carry gun? I mean, I respect it, but that's a nice gun to carry. I'm going to tell you that.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely fire.
That look clean. That look clean.
I'm gonna upset a lot of people with this. I hate that gun.
I was gonna say, why you don't like it?
I get the whole history behind it, right? What is that, 226 or 220? Just not my sauce. That's all it is. They're very bulky and heavy, and
it look clean though.
Yeah,
I don't think it's fire.
It look clean though.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in the middle. Fire? I don't think it's water, but I don't think it's fire.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it
can't
water. I couldn't give it water.
That's the only rule.
Yeah, it's got to be fire or water.
To me, it's just water.
Yeah, I couldn't give it. I couldn't give it water. It looked too clean to me.
Yeah. It just feels outdated.
Mm.
I guess gave it water.
You know?
It's a water to me. Thanks, Silverback. Oops. Let me see what we got. See, this is weird to me, but I'll show it in a
Weird to you?
Yeah, because it's kind of like half the gun is cut off.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a X5 Legion or what is that?
I think just
Is that
M18, no?
It looked like it's just. Oh, is this a regular 320? Like the big.
Yeah, I think just M18 with the X carry grip module on it. I think.
Because it don't look like a Legion.
Yeah, I don't think it's Legion. I don't think they make Legion FD. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Well, either way, fire or water.
It's plain.
I'm glad
it's
I'm
just
not
plain. I'm not mad about plain.
That's the DH3. Don't look like it.
Nah. That's probably just an M18 or M17, whatever the full size one is. The military one, I forget what version. I'm gonna go water.
Yeah, I go water for that.
Ramsey J said Walmart water.
It's just not a huge Glock guy, and I don't know.
M17 is the big one.
M7. That sounds right.
Thanks, Michael.
Great gun, big gun.
What is that?
What nation?
Is that an echelon?
Oh, that's water.
A green echelon. Somebody put up.
Not because of the echelon, because of that optic up top, and that's really the only reason why. The PID, actually, I heard good stuff about the PID.
I like the PID. I got one on my my Mac 9. I like the PID.
How's the holster availability for those?
I haven't even checked, man. I haven't even checked.
Okay. Yeah, that's my big thing with a lot of like weapon lights is what's available out there.
What in the hell? You got a knife on. You got a bayonet on there, a spike. Well, damn, that's a little too busy.
You got a flashlight with a thumb press or a thumb pad, a pressure pad, and then a laser on the bottom.
What the heck? This is somebody's idea of a joke.
Oh, you can't say that, Zach. Take that back. Strike that.
I mean, I don't disagree. I'm gonna be honest.
Is somebody joking? I'm looking. It's almost like
strike that from the record, man.
It's a parody gun.
Somebody sent this gun in, and this is their gun. You can't say, "Is this a joke?"
Bro, you know I ain't gonna front. It's like a parody gun.
Hey, big dog. This is a tough I don't feel that way. Big dog Reg. I'm not gonna say this your gun. I don't feel that way, bro.
Big dog, that look crazy. You got a spike on it with a bayonet, a pressure pad with a flashlight, and a laser on the bottom with a handguard thingy on it, and bro, that look crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That look crazy.
The question is fire or water?
Water.
That's water. Yeah. I'm inclined to agree on this one.
That look crazy, man. And what's the optic you got on there?
I mean, that thing is so damn front heavy. It's probably uncomfortable to shoot.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with it.
That's a tough one.
You weigh as much as a Barrett.
Hey, so I got one of my homies asking me to ask you, with the 10 ports in the guns, is cleaning more difficult?
No. I wish I had it here. It's funny. I was gonna make a video about it because everyone complains that like when you shoot ported guns, the front sight will get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I shot that Sunday, the match last weekend.
Yeah.
Not a speck of dirt on top of that thing.
Do you recommend ultrasonic cleaners? For ported barrels?
I don't. The reason I say that is because I think people see cleaning their guns as an inconvenience to begin with. Like how often do people like do you see people like here's the way I look at it. How many reels on Instagram do you see about cleaning your gun? 0. I think people just don't clean their guns as often as they should.
So do you get a lot of buildup in the ports where an ultrasonic cleaner would be like useful, or is there some special way to clean it without it? Or
I take a mild wire brush and just scrub it.
Okay.
Like our Prodigy has probably close to 20,000 rounds. I haven't cleaned the ports once.
Okay.
Where there's enough buildup to like block the expansion. But I tell people all the time, with regular maintenance, buildup and like dirtiness shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
Right. You take a cloth, you just scrub the barrel, scrub the slide like once or twice, and all the gunk's gone. If you need an ultrasonic cleaner to clean the gun, then you gotta find different ammo.
Okay.
I use mine for my ported one. I just did it because
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the more of a hassle you make things for people, the less they'll be inclined to do it.
Yeah, I don't like cleaning my guns anyway. I hate cleaning my guns. I get yelled at.
Yeah, I know dudes like that clean their guns once a year, if that.
Right.
Like, come on. And then now if you have to introduce an ultrasonic cleaner to clean your ported guns, people are gonna get their guns ported. Then you gotta plug it in. You gotta put the solution in. You gotta it's a whole process. And I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not gonna have someone else
mad at y'all, man. He sent in 3 pictures of that gun. That was like that's his go-to home defense gun.
He sure beat the hell out of you when you run out of bullets.
I mean, listen, you won't get out of there alive, but it won't be with the gun. It'll be with that bayonet.
You gonna stab him, spike him?
Hey, this looks serious right here.
That's carbon fibered up. I like that. A lot of carbon fiber on there.
Uh-oh, he got quiet again.
Yeah. I saw him take a deep breath like a sigh.
All right, I don't dislike it. It reminds me of those F1 firearms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Demolition Ranch ones, I guess, that are like just all skeletonized. Not my cup of tea, and I'm not a huge fan of carbon.
Oh, okay. You don't like the carbon fiber stuff.
I think it's just too flashy for no reason.
Okay.
On guns, I like me a carbon on cars. Different story. But like, personally, not a carbon guy. Looks great.
That's it.
For me, it's gonna be a water.
I like that.
Dang, he gave this. Whoa.
I like that.
Not my cup
That
of tea.
might be the most controversial water of the night.
Probably.
That's a good one though. I like them controversial waters.
Bro, who gun is that?
BTG.
BTG got some stuff.
He got
man. You got some stuff.
This is an interesting one.
That a SIG Rattler? Looks like it. Or a spear, maybe? I know it's a SIG for sure. MPX?
Explain.
There's so many variations of those things that I don't even know anymore.
That's suppressed?
It's integrally suppressed. It almost looks like where it's like into the handrail.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. Like that's to me is a good home defense build.
I wish it had some more like color to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. Like if you put a bronze Unity mount on this thing,
just throw it off just enough to set it off.
Just a tiny bit to make it pop.
Chat seems to be saying fire too. So
yeah, I want to know what kind of mount is that he has that house on it.
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, I never seen anything like that before.
That is a Rattler bill.
Bro, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, the Rattlers, the Spears, MPXs, I dig all of them.
Oh no, this is rare.
It says an anvil mount. Okay. What's that? It's a Remington.
It's a 6-inch Remington.
Wow. 45, 9mm?
Probably 45.
Double stack? It reminds me of the Rock Island a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It does. I would probably say single stacked.
That's something. It does remind you of the Rock Island. I look at that lower. It damn sure does.
Yeah. It does.
I like the slide. That's everything.
I'm gonna go fire. Yeah, I'm gonna go fire on this one.
I would agree. I would agree with fire on that. You too, Zach?
Yeah, that's fine. That's clean, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. We still moseying along. Glock City. I see the Ramjet.
Yeah. Yeah. You know I am about that.
What are your thoughts on the Ramjet? Before I give my thoughts on the Ramjet.
My thoughts?
Yes.
So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. I think when I first experienced it a little over a year ago, I believe. I mean, I got one on my 19 Gen 5. I love it. I felt the difference right away because I was able to shoot them side by side. I was able to shoot a stock Glock 19 and then shoot the Glock 19 with the Ramjet on there. And I was able to experience the difference right away. And that was with both with stock Glock triggers.
I think it cost him.
It is expensive.
I think we are related. I'm gonna be honest. I think the barrier of entry from a cost perspective is very high. And I don't say that to diminish what Radiant is doing. I think they're putting out phenomenal stuff. But I think $400 is a lot of money, man. Or 350, 370. I forget what they go for, but I know it's like mid to high threes, right? Mm-hmm. Unless you get them on like on discount. But 400 is a lot of dough. You're buying a second Glock to put in your Glock.
Yeah, because I want to try it because they keep telling me how big of a difference it is. Because I'm not a Glock guy. I own one Glock, and they keep telling me what difference it makes. I want to get one just because they keep saying how good it is.
So do you think that
no
Tampa Gunwerx A9 ports and equally outperforming Ramjet?
I think you're trying to back me into a corner, but absolutely. I think, especially the big package, the K9, will get you far better performance than the Ramjet.
Damn it, man!
Oh, man. But if you think about it, it's also 9 holes, which is a lot of porting, right? And you're putting it on a gun that's over 4 inches, which already helps with recoil, right? Like a 19 to a 17, in my opinion, there is a big difference. And then you put again, yeah, I would probably even put our Infinity ports up against a Ramjet, which is 8 holes.
You can put 9 ports on a 19X.
I can put 8,
and it'll outperform the Ramjet.
Yeah, I think so. I think,
or definitely be comparable, is what you're saying.
I think at the very least it'll be the same or close. Okay. And it's 1/3 of the price, and you have less added length to it, right? Like the whole point of buying a 19 or a 19X is because you don't want the whole length to carry,
right?
In my opinion. So adding Ramjet kind of defeats the purpose for that kind of use of a 19, and the ports will give you very close, if not the same performance with no added length, and it's cheaper. The only downside would be the turnaround time, but compared to other places, it's still faster than most places, right? Depending on where you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got a lot of guns, but I don't do anything to them. I didn't get into doing stuff till I met this man here, and he sort of started me on that journey with that stuff.
Financial liability.
Yeah, that was never my thing, and he got me into that really. Got my first gun Cerakoted because he was like, "Bro, you should get something Cerakoted." So I did.
Go ahead, blame me, man.
To circle back, I don't think ports are for everyone, right? So there's different uses for each. So I think for some, the Ramjet could be good. For most cases, ports, in my opinion, are the way to go.
I don't know what that is, but that's clean.
The Coast St. Arms.
That's clean.
That's sexy.
Yeah, man.
The 2-tone gray and silver.
Yeah, I like that color.
Yeah. That's a good choice of color. Like you see some of those platypus builds out there, and it gives me such a headache. because you can customize like every single millimeter of them, and
some of them look terrible, man.
Yeah,
some of them are questionable for sure.
we did a Rachel Platty bill.
Oh, you did? Oh, I love that. Damn.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Some people
watch that one
creative.
For sure. For sure. Some of them are just distasteful.
He said distasteful.
I mean, I've been in a group on Facebook, I think, and someone posted one that was like 4 tones of pink. And it's against pink, but like have some control. Put a little bit of something else on there, you know. So
he says at Tampa Gunwerx, I think I need to send you gun or two and just say do whatever with it.
Oh, we can do that. I know a guy.
Oh yeah, we know how to do that. We can do whatever with it.
You know, someone here can help you. You know.
All right, this is interesting.
Oh, brother. Listen, I respect the effort to put like Cordura wrap or like, is that handling grips? Do they make those now like that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's some sort of tape grip.
Yeah. Again, I respect the effort.
You should change that trigger, whoever's gun that is.
Yeah, we got to make better financial decisions because
is that a Heritage Arms comp on there?
I think so.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or an agency, maybe. One of those two.
I don't dislike it.
I don't hate it.
I would change the trigger.
I'm being rude. I don't hate it, but the Cordura wrap, if Handle It Grip does make those, and then that's new to me. That's a tough one. It's because you also have the gold barrel on the inside, which also throws it off a little.
I say change the trigger.
A lot. Yeah.
I'll be right back. But there's a question on the screen for you. Can he port a Platy? I've asked you this question before, but I'll let you ask.
We can port anything.
Okay.
I mean, realistically, obviously every gun gets a different package depending on size, but we can port. I mean, we've ported Glocks to 2011s, to Archon Type Bs, to Tauruses. I'm still waiting for someone to send me a high point to port.
Really? What part of it you need?
Hey, listen, I just need the up. You got a high point? I'm game.
I have a couple high points, man.
Oh, brother, we'll talk after this. I've been wanting to port. I don't know if it'll run. So just
I mean, I ain't even worried about it. If it don't run, it don't run. I just have a gun that don't run. It's a high point. I will shoot it anyway.
I mean, it'll run to begin with now anyway, so it won't get any worse. But we'll talk because I want to port one of those just for the memes.
Got the 9 and the 10 million.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll chat after this. That's yeah. I mean, we've ported revolvers, so we can port anything pretty much.
Okay.
If you can think of it, we can do it. Generally speaking.
So you're legit yeet cannon. Just forgive me.
Hey, listen. The more you get to know me, the more you guys will find out. I'm game for anything. You know.
Yeah, might as well give it a shot. That's why I asked you about
if
you ever ported a Taurus. I was just expecting you to be like, no. When you say yes, I'm like, huh?
Someone reached out to me. It was via email, and I didn't take it super serious at first because again, who wants to port a Taurus? Like, just the concept seems bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we ported it and it ran, and he seems to be happy with it. So, the Rival S is that the small Rival?
That's a steel frame.
That's a steel frame. Those are 4 1/4.
Those are like 5 something.
I forget the size. There's so many variations of these guns. Sometimes I forget.
I think it might be 5.25. I think.
I mean, we can put 10 holes in it. If we get real spicy, or we can do 9, or we can do 6. You know, anything over 4. Over 4, we do 9 usually. But again, if you tell me, hey, I want to put a baker's dozen in something, I'll cut whatever you want, brother. So
just will it work?
Disclaimer. That's one thing. I offer what we offer because I know they run.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want something crazy, that we'll cut it. But disclaimer, I don't know if it'll run. But I would. But no. But on a serious note, I would do 9. I would do our K9 package.
Okay.
It'll give you the most performance while maintaining all reliability.
Okay.
I tell people everything we do is factory rated.
Mm-hmm.
So factory internals are good. And then if you want to adjust internals, then that's up to you. But you don't have to do that because of the ports.
Okay.
So he's asking, sit on your website.
Yeah. So on there, you'll currently only find optic cuts for Glocks and M&Ps, and then the porting as of now. Everything else is kind of like the 10 holes is still in testing and development on our stuff to make sure it goes. So slowly but surely we're adding things as we are essentially comfortable with knowing that everything will run. So because I don't want the headache.
What's up, Doc?
Hey, we ported your gun. I got it back. No, it's not running. I don't want that headache.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very OCD. Like my background's IT, so I'm very very much data driven. So once you have enough data behind things, then it's like okay, now we can go out and offer it to the public.
How about 10 mils, Glock 20s, 21s?
We've done a couple. Same packages, right? Obviously those you get a little bit less velocity, but we've done I want to say 2 or 3 21s, and they've ran fine, and we've heard good things about them. Usually when things go south, you hear about them even faster, and we haven't heard anything. So I would say we can port those pretty easily.
So I had a good idea. I walked away. I was still listening, and I brought up a question. So I know that there's got to be you're a shooter, so there's got to be there that you don't like at all, right? Or firearms that are not very good performers for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does it just become business at that point if somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, man, can you port this?" And you like, "What the? Why would you port a Sky? Like, would you?"
That's a good question, actually. So I personally don't have any reservations for what people want to get ported. I obviously go through the conversation. Like most cases, I like to have some kind of conversation before we do anything. But what is it for? What are you hoping to get out of it, right? And we've turned a couple people away to like, hey, maybe compensators are a better fit for what you're looking for, and it's just right. It's just part of the business. I would rather tell you that than us port it, and then you're just not happy with it, right? At the end of the day, and I try to do everything in good faith. On the same note, there are guns that, if brought to us, I would have more reservations than others. Like the Skies, we just talked about. It means that a yeet cannon or a high point, I would be like, I don't know what you want to do with it, but on the same token, it's not my business, right? Like, I know our stuff works. I know we do quality stuff. Beyond that point, truly not my business to an extent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So being a shooter or trying to be a shooter, there's guns that run better than others. I think a lot of guns. I don't want to give that take actually, but there's guns out there that are, they just run better than others, in my opinion.
So you lead me to another question.
Yes.
If somebody comes to you and they want to port, like I was just saying, some of those weird guns, right? And you just said you'll tell somebody that sometimes compensators are better. What situations are comps better than ports?
The main reason is one, warranty, right? Because again, breaking warranty can be a bit of a headache. Like a Glock, for example, if we stipple the frame and we burn a hole in it, they'll replace it for $100. Done deal, easy, right? To go back on the same example, if we port a staccato and we do something, or they're not happy with it, or whatever the case is, where they're just not like, they get it, hey, it's underperforming, or to their perspective on things, then
That's
it's hard to warranty a barrel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like for me, a lot of times if someone gets a product and there's an issue with like the slide cut or the window cut or things are not centered or whatever the case is, I'll go out myself and replace the barrel. I'll ship you a new barrel, and then we can port it again if you want to, or just give you a new barrel. So a lot of things it comes down to just getting a feel for what they want. We had conversations where people are like, "Well, I want ramjet performance." That's fine, right? I think we get there with our stuff, but they're so I don't want to say like obsessed, but like locked in on a ramjet concept or like a chunk port. We don't do chunk ports. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in the performance, so we've turned people away for that, right? 2 compensators, because you get essentially a chunk port in a compensator that's just added length, right? So it's hard to nail down why, but most of the time, just because people are so focused on a compensator type of concept that I don't think it's a good fit. You know what I mean? And I'm in the business of I don't want to convince you to go with us or have to like beg you for your. I don't beg anybody for anything. Like we do this work. Here's our stuff. I stand behind it. People in the area that are way better shooters than I am stand behind it as well. Mm-hmm. And if that's not enough, then that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm not here to convince anybody of what we do. Hopefully they choose us, right? Obviously, but there's other options that are better fitted, like V ports. People love V ports. We don't do that. So hey, you can go to this.
What's the difference
from V ports to inline ports?
Yeah.
So just the format, right? So V ports, you cut this way, so all the gas is essentially directed not in front of the front sight. For my conversations, the reason is because one, people are afraid of the flash. That really isn't that big of a deal. Right, the muzzle, the flames that come out of the top. Mm-hmm. It happens. Again, in my eyes, not that big of a issue. But also the gas, right? A lot of people believe that inline ports, the more of the gas is just sitting in front of your optic or iron sights or the target, whatever the case is. So V ports they shoot the gas out this way, opposed to just kind of hovering above you. I don't think you get as much performance with V ports than you do with vertical ports, inline ports. But that's a whole other discussion that we can have, because
definitely
a big argument in the community of they all work the same, and that's not true.
Okay.
Not all ports are made equal.
Shotguns or rifles?
Rifles we don't port. Shotguns we are working on something. So we're in the works of essentially a integrated choke.
Oh, really?
So you port the barrel to reduce the muzzle rise, essentially, right? Same thing with the pistol. It's at the end of the shotgun barrel. So it's in the works.
Okay. So right now, I'm sorry, guys, I wasn't able to get to all the emails because we had a lot of good conversation in this.
For sure.
This is my word. I've said this in the past before, but we're gonna definitely do it. We're gonna bring you back, I think, for a full discussion, and we'll complete Rate Your Guns. We'll do 2 more visits with you, man. And one will be Rate Your Guns all the way through, where we can really dig into it. And the other one, we just talk about all this good stuff, because I think we can have some deep conversations about what's what. Because I think that conversation about porting defense and home defense
competition
and carry guns versus competition,
mm-hmm.
Great conversation. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that may disagree with that, or just
perspective on that. Yeah, we port more carry guns than anything else.
Oh wow!
Just point blank period. Most of the guns that we get in, if not all guns, to be honest, have been carry guns. Glock 19s, 2.0s, Canics. We'll get 2011s that are 2011s, but they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're being carried.
Yeah.
So you can shoot competition with them, obviously, but most of them are carry guns.
So now this is a question. So say I get like a Canik steel frame, right? A heavier gun. And these guns are already going to shoot fairly flat. They just because of the weight of the gun. But porting that gun make it even flatter?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm asking, I got a Rock Island that I had the slide cut on to put an optic on there. The Rock Island double stack 1911 to 9 mil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, I can only imagine porting that thing.
The analogy I like to give is it's like putting race tires on a Ferrari. Right.
Come on, Pedro. Come on, man. You're killing me right now. Like I'm about to get home alive, man, and drive to Tampa and just drop off every gun I got.
Well, because if you think about it, like especially 2011s, right? Most of them are considered race guns, unless you. I mean, there's variations obviously, but most, generally speaking, they're race guns, right, or competition guns. They're meant to go fast. Same thing as supercars, right? Supercars are meant to be. They're built to go fast. Obviously, there's speed limits, so mile per hour may vary, right? But when you take something to the track, you don't use street tires, right? You put on race tires or track tires.
True.
So you get all the juice out of the squeeze. And ports are the same thing, right? Why wouldn't I take my Rock Island that's 20 fucking pounds probably, and then add ports to it to make it even flatter? Now, here's a misconception that I think most people don't really think about. Polymer absorbs recoil better than steel.
What?
That makes sense.
There's more flex.
Yeah, that's what I was
less rigid. So when you shoot a polymer gun that's ported, not that it'll feel flatter, but the felt recoil will feel less than like a steel frame if it's the same size, because there's less absorption in the frame. So like, so I shot the metal and the polymer M&P carry comp carry, whatever they're called. The polymer felt flatter. Not as smooth because you have all the weight, but felt flatter.
Yeah.
This is
the frame eats all that vibration because it's flexible.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same way you build a building so it can withstand a
100%.
Yeah.
We might
too rigid. Any kind of vibration will break the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not, because Sunday gonna be it's like a holiday, ain't it, man?
Sunday ain't no holiday.
Well, Monday's a holiday, so Sunday
a holiday.
Everybody be partying Sunday night or something. Or
family.
Family.
What are you doing Friday?
Remember, I told you I might be up to something different on Friday. I'm not sure yet.
Never mind. You're right. Well, if you're not, let me know. I will be at Gunkraft. Shout out to Gunkraft.
Shameless plug.
We'll have all of our demo guns there to do some content.
Okay.
Come shoot that PDP, and then we have a
Friday. But is that Friday early?
I think I'll be there like 9 a.m. or like 10 a.m.
That's funny because I think I might be there. I might Friday early. I might already be there.
Yeah, and I think if you want, we can do a little continuation video on ports, and I would put here's something that I think is interesting. We have a CS that's ported, staccato. I would put that up against that little ramjet you just bought on that 365.
Wait, hold on,
that little ramjet you just bought.
You know, every time somebody puts a little in front of something, that really diminishes what it is you're talking about. That little.
I'm not diminishing anything, but wrong terminology. I agree. That was an unnecessary jab.
Hey, Radiant, I'm sorry he said that. That was
same size gun, right? 3.5 inches, 3.6, whatever it comes out to. Yeah, I think you can do a video shooting those side by side, and you'll feel the difference. From ports,
I feel a whole content video coming.
Yeah, man.
I will forewarning. Once you port one, you'll never go back. You'll want to port everything.
Really?
Because it makes everything shoot like a 22.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give you the Prodigy Friday when I see you.
Okay.
He said he makes everything shoot like a 22. Man, don't tell me nothing like that.
All right.
Hey, listen. So
I'll do this. I'll let RGG shoot him.
Big Tap, did you send something to Tampa Gunwerx already?
Who's that?
This dude got more ported guns than anybody I know.
Yeah, he got ported.
Damn, everything he got is ported.
I mean, listen, smart man. You know, why is financial decisions?
Dang.
Think about it. You can port 3 guns for the price of 1 ramjet. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we're talking about volume and y'all got all these goddamn guns, from a financial literacy perspective, it makes the most sense.
Bro, he talking that talk, bro. You know he talking that talk, man. He talking that talk.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
No, you ain't wrong.
All I know is I'm not too far away from him.
Hey, you close.
Yeah.
So I feel like listen, I know Lito.
Anthony's Tampa Gunwerx.
Lito got a gun coming back from Tampa Gunwerx any day now.
Yep. It got picked up today.
So that, and we'll talk to him. Roadblock is sending one out on Friday. I'll be sending mine over.
I'm gonna send him something too, bro.
So we'll all get to double back and revisit this live, you know, and speak on it. Hopefully we coming back agreeing with you, and we ain't coming back like Pedro, man. Hold on.
I'll make sure next time I'm on, I'll have my cigar, I'll have my feet up. You know? Just to say I told you so, because I'm telling you. I think, again, I'm obviously being very almost arrogant, I would say, but I do think that the stuff that we put out will compete with anything out there. And I don't say that from like a sell, like I'm trying to sell anything. It's truly what I believe. I think our port packages can compete with anything else on the market.
You're supposed to be confident.
I will say that you have very, very competitive pricing when it comes to the.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And great turnaround time.
Yeah, my concept is if I can give you the same or better performance.
AKD, chill, man.
I'm telling you, man.
He talking about the yeet cannon. Chill out.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, listen, I'm game for anything. I already said it multiple times.
Somebody start walking right here with a flat shooting high point. That's when you know it done got real.
I'll send him one.
That's when you know it's bad, when you're getting smoked by a high point.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's when you know it done got serious, then.
Yeah. I think so. My thought process is if we can give you the same or better performance for a more affordable price, because things are tough for everyone nowadays. And in my personal opinion, I think even 150 is a lot, but it's just enough for us to like break even on production costs. With less turnaround time, then it gives you no reason to go anywhere else. Right? You get more performance, less money, less time.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that.
So, bro, this is exciting, man. You know,
no, you know what? I said that because I thought it would be great to bring Pedro on here because these are conversations that we have quite often. You know,
yep.
we have these conversations quite often in this community, in this chat. Lately, it's been just a thing about porting and comps and flatter shooting and stuff like that, man. So, yeah, I'm game for it, bro.
Yeah, I think everyone to some degree chases flat, right? Be it comps, be it ports, be it guide rods, be it whatever is out there. Gas pedals on your, you know what I mean? Everyone's chasing flat, and I think there's different methods to achieve it. But I do think some are better than others, simply put, right?
Hey, so on that note, Big Tap says his ports are even with some of these companies taking 6 months for double the price. The reason I posted that comment is because this guy's one. I told he's got, man, bro. He brought, when he came to my last meetup, he brought cases.
Yeah, he did.
Firearms, bro. I'm talking about some of the flattest shooting Glock builds, and he's just a nut for this thing, man. And So we respect his opinion
For sure.
when it comes to this type of stuff, and I think he has used you before. He was one of the first people to mention you.
Yeah, I think it's obviously my perspective is for them it's a blessing to have that much business, to be that behind. Not behind, but right, to have that big of a lead time. And we could probably extend our lead times probably double and still be, in the green, so to speak. The whole reason I even started Tampa Gunwerx is because I hate fucking lead times. Like I'll go to Midway USA and buy something that's $20 more expensive if I can get it in 3 days.
Mm.
It's just the reality. Like they offer overnight shipping for $12.
But be careful, man, because I had a buddy that said that to me, something similar. He not those words, but he said something like that to me. He said, when it comes to like doing custom things, it takes a little bit more time. I get it, but people shouldn't have to wait 3 and 6 months to get things done. And now, about a year and a half later, his lead time is about 24 weeks. So he was at 2 weeks at one point,
for sure,
early on, and now he's because that business gets so crazy. I'm not telling you just with just this community, the business gonna go that crazy, but you just never know, man. You keep growing, you're gonna have some longer lead times for sure. I think coming up in the next 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
I mean, if you keep going the rate you're going, I think you definitely will.
Yeah, and again, if we get to that point, then it's obviously a blessing to be that busy, to need to raise lead times. On the same note is, even if we are, let's just call it 40 days, 50 days, right? 5-6 weeks, whatever it comes out to, but we're still more affordable, then it makes more sense even that way.
Sure does.
If I have to wait 6 weeks, but I'm paying you, let's just call it 30% less than everybody else, and I know the quality is the same, I know the performance is at least the same, it's still more digestible than having to pay double the price to go out and wait 12 weeks, or you know what I mean? So again, hopefully we get to a point where it's that long. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, but
Big Tap say get them right now, catch them now.
The
price go up in the lead time stretch, catch them right now.
Yeah, the way I see it is like, I'm an IT guy, so during the day that's my bread and butter, so to speak, and I obsess about this 24/7. My perspective is if I can make this sustainable for myself, the wife, and help other people be employed somehow, and I break even, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? So do I do it for the money? Of course, because it lets me buy cool shit and meet people and do this and kind of let my anxiety out with things, right? But I'm not here to get rich. If it happens, fuck, cool. I'll take the money.
Yeah, me too. That's what I be thinking. Like, I ain't trying to be rich, but if I do, like, I ain't gonna be like, I'm not
gonna complain. You'll never see me again, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm big on community, and that's like when we met. The first thing I said is like, come out tomorrow, come shoot the match, and and we get to sponsor stuff like that.
Community as well, man. I really am.
Yeah, and sponsoring the league like that helps people come out and shoot and do cool things, and it's a little bit that goes a long way, And I try to do that with the business in terms of if I can save you some bucks and save you some time and some headache, then cool.
Speaking of sponsorship, man, I got to talk to you about something else.
Oh, time to go.
Time to go. OG Deuce Dollar, what's happening, man?
Yeah, I think it's all about
Q coming up,
growing the community, right? To whatever extent we can.
No, for sure, man. Well,
make sure you get him out there.
I'm sure you gained quite a few more supporters this evening. I'm sure there's quite a few of us that's going to want to test the water, so to speak, to see what it is. That typically happens with us. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll be talking about it. I'm sure Lethal will be talking this week because as soon as his gun touched the land, he going to the range. Even if the range ain't open, he might break in and go straight.
Yeah, to what Zach was saying, all I'm saying, and this is not a shot at anybody.
This means he about to diss somebody. Go ahead.
100%. but I do it. I try to do it respectfully. If that Ramjet's so good, there's no reason why you wouldn't come out and compete with everybody else. I'm just saying. There's no excuse for next match when it happens.
I was waiting on you to diss somebody else. You dissed and Radiant at the same time, man.
You need to get out there. Please get him in the competition. I've been trying to get this guy to shoot competition. He's been ready for a long time, but he just won't do it.
I think it's
Hey, look. Hey, wait. Before I go, because I gotta get out of here. I'm running over. But I gotta say this because this was funny as hell to me. So Pedro goes, "Hey man, come out and shoot. We're gonna be out there Sunday. Just bring stuff with you. Just dive in. There's gonna be plenty of guys there to help you out, walk you through it." I said, "Nah, bro, I'm not gonna be able to do it because, to be honest with you, I don't even got my rig and all of my stuff together yet, so I ain't gonna be able to make it." He was like, "Oh no, bro, it's concealed carry. You don't need no rig. I know you concealed carry, so you don't got no excuses. Just come on." I'm like, this motherfucker, man. God,
it's a concealed carry league. What do you expect, to bring a shotgun outside? Like, there's guys out there. There's people out there shooting those guys, shooting Glock 42s with 6-round capacities. Like, come on.
That's right. Don't give no excuses. Look, I love it. No excuses.
Listen, I'm a very competitive person, so I do this just so he can go out there and I can absolutely smoke his shit. But in reality, it's like, come compete, come have fun, learn something. Like, it's a good time, And it's a good way to confirm all the dry fire and all that stuff.
For the ramjet barrel.
Absolutely. We've done 2.
Get out of here.
We've ported a ramjet and we've ported a Parker Mountain machine setup, which is the same thing.
Damn, he just dissed him again. It's just the same thing.
I mean, they're compensators with their own barrels. Like, I don't know, what do you want from me? Like, it's the same thing, same concept.
Hey, Radiant, shout out to y'all, man. Listen, we good.
Hey, listen, if you want to send me some stuff to compare, listen, I'm all for it too. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean?
Damn it, man. Hey, I got to get out of here, y'all. Yo, Pedro, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll definitely do it again.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, everybody, for participating tonight. I'm so sorry I couldn't get to all the emails. Just know that we're going to do the members only giveaway. If you are a member on the channel, we shout out to Savior. We're going to do the big guitar case from Savior. It's going to be only members of the channel are eligible to win this. You don't have to do anything but be a member and be present in that live, and you have a chance to win that, and we get it shipped out to you. Outside of that, I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. To the next one, y'all. Peace.
See ya.